About Time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to every single one of y'all who has been taking out the time to watch the videos. Like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. If you have not already subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video or any of my videos for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification button and encourage others to subscribe to Rashawn's About Time Boxing. So the Devin, I'm weighing in on the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia fight. Of course, everybody, saw the fight, and, there was a lot of people, saw the fight one-sided. I didn't see the fight, I didn't see the fight that way. I know on paper, Devin, this is his first loss, the first knockdowns, of his professional career. He was stunned by Jorge Linares, but he didn't go down. It's the first time he actually got hit and went down. And to Devin Haney's credit, again, he didn't make up no excuses about it. He just said, he was more stunned, it caught him off guard. And he said he was, sleeping in there, you know what I mean? But he ain't make up no excuses. He gave Ryan Garcia's credit, even though Ryan did not deserve full credit. So, and a lot of y'all probably gonna disagree with me. That's fine. I'm not concerned about that. I don't care if you disagree with me, you know what I'm saying? But so here's the thing. When Ryan Garcia lost to Gervonta Davis, and I know everybody like, oh, man, everybody was hating on Ryan, calling him a quitter and saying he did this and did that, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, people were saying that. But, again, here at Rashawn's About Time Boxing, I told you, we try to be straight and fair, all the way down the middle. It ain't no, what I'm saying, like, picking this, you give a fighter their credit when they, when the credit is due to them. And ordinarily, I would have gave Ryan Garcia credit. I gave Ryan Garcia credit when he fought Gervonta Davis, because when he got hit with that body shot, I said, nobody don't know what that body shot felt like. A lot of people saying he could have got back up, but he chose not to. His own promoters, Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard, illiterate B-Hop Hopkins, they abandoned Ryan Garcia. And I did a video about that. When they abandoned Ryan, right? I mean, they left the arena. They didn't show up. They didn't support Ryan. They didn't come to the post-press fight conference, and then they left Ryan all by himself. You know what I'm saying? But and had they took another loss against Devin Haney, they probably would have did the same thing. It's like they only want to hang around when stuff is good. But when stuff is bad, and Oscar, he's a sore loser anyway. Everybody know Oscar De La Hoya is a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? He's a sore loser. He was a good boxer when he was in his prime. Hell of a fighter. I give him his credit for that. But on a personal level, he's a sore loser. So, but my thing is, like I said, when Ryan Garcia lost to Gervonta Davis, right? When Ryan lost, Ryan made up all these excuses. And so was his team. Oh, Tank had the rehydration clause in the contract. Said he was weight drained. He got injured. He came into the fight. Excuse me. Ryan, Garcia said he came into the fight injured. Tank had the rehydration clause and, all these different stipulations and all this stuff they was using as an excuse why he lost. But here's the thing with that. To every hip side is a flip side. So here's the thing with that. When Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney decided to fight, when they decided to fight each other, this is why you have stipulated weights and, term sheets before the actual contract and things of that nature is signed, because you agree to certain things in the term sheet. You agree to the weight, the venue, you know, the gloves, you know, the size gloves, you know, what type of gloves, all these things get agreed upon in the term sheet. And then you sign off on this term sheet saying that, okay, as a professional, I agree to do these things. Ryan Garcia signed that contract knowing that he had no intentions on making weight. So at the weigh-in, he was 143 and some change, and he deliberately missed weight. That was a deliberate act, because had he made weight like he was supposed to, the outcome of that fight would have been different, and Ryan Garcia know it. And everybody else know it. Y'all can act like, oh, it wouldn't have changed the dynamic of the fight, and this, that, and the third. Yes, it would have. Yes, it would have changed the dynamic of the fight. It would have. Because make no mistake about it, the Devin Haney that y'all saw perform, you know, against Regis Prograis, he's still that same Devin Haney. And I know on paper and, you know, based on the boxing analysts and everybody's statistics and all that, that Devin Haney took a loss. Yes, he took a loss on paper. But every loss is not a loss. Some losses are actually wins, if you can break it down and look into it. Because if Ryan Garcia complained about all of these things that Gervonta Davis did, which caused him to lose the fight, then he's no different than Gervonta Davis by signing a contract, agreeing to make a certain weight, knowing that you never had intentions on making the weight. So you deliberately, you signed a contract, so you was being, you know, deceptive. He was, you know, he was deceiving the people. He signed a contract, oh yeah, I'm gonna make the weight. But he purposely signed that contract knowing that he had no intentions on making weight. That's why he wasn't worried about none of that stuff. That's why he was carrying on and doing all the stuff he was doing. 1 minute he talking about, thank you, Jesus, and then talking about, I'll put my in your mouth and all this so crazy stuff. His father talking about, oh, you know, oh, you look at you, you got, talking about Bill Haney, you got nappy hair, y'all got nappy hair. But so did Jesus. The same one that y'all come out, you know, praising and worshiping and praising, you know, Jesus had hair like sheep's wool and copper tone skin. Who got hair like sheep's wool? Who has copper tone skin? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, you know, and then, you know, listen, that's neither here nor there, but that's a whole nother situation. But back to the situation at hand. Ryan Garcia is no different than what he claims Gervonta Davis was, because he claims it was unprofessional. His father, his whole team, you know, was like, man, you know, it's fine with no rehydration clause, no this and that. And it was no rehydration clause in his contract against Devin Haney. All he had to do was just make the weight. And I don't even think they even said what his unofficial weight was. When he got on the scale, he was 143 or 143 and some change, 143.2 or something like that. But, you know, and that was from him trying to make weight. But, you know, when he actually, you know, rehydrated, what was his unofficial weight? If anybody know, please drop the comments in the comment section below, because he was definitely a lot bigger than Devin Haney. But had he made weight, again, and I will repeat it, I don't care who don't like it, I will repeat it. Had he been a professional and made weight like he was supposed to, okay? Because if that's the case, if you can just come in weighing whatever you want, like, you know, that's what Jake Paul built his career on. You bragging about knocking out Nate Robinson and retired over the hill MMA fighters and all this type of stuff. I mean, but you still have yet to test yourself against, you know, somebody, a fighter in their prime where you got to actually make weight. I mean, you can brag about those things, but I don't see it no different than that. Jake Paul, you know, was, you know, 190 something pounds, or probably almost 200 pounds. Nate Robinson, 180 something pounds or 180 pounds. And you knock this guy out and you bragging about that. Yeah, you got the advantage. And Ryan Garcia knew that. So, and, you know, Ryan Garcia was doing a lot. I mean, when Harvey Duck took the point for Ryan hitting on the break, I'm like, but yet and still you didn't warn him. Like every time Devin started getting off, Ryan kept grabbing, holding him behind the head, grabbing the head, grabbing the head, grabbing the head, holding the head, grabbing the head. No warnings. None. He didn't warn Ryan once about that. But when Ryan started doing the shoulder roll, started turning his body to the side, it's protect yourself at all time. And when Devin was, hitting him in the side, Harvey started warning Devin, like, oh, don't do that. Now, like I said, had Ryan Garcia made weight like he was supposed to, and he would have performed like that, I would 100% give him his credit. And I would have said, hell of a performance. Ryan Garcia did his thing. But the fact that you signed a contract and you signed a contract, knowing that you had no intentions on making the weight for the fight, I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all. I can't respect that. So, y'all can give Ryan his credit. And it's funny how all these people now, all of a sudden, are Ryan Garcia fans. You got all these people coming out the woodworks now, and everybody is Ryan Garcia fans now. This is just human nature being, true to its form. That's how bandwagoners, people just jump on the wagon instead of just standing where you stand. You got to stand where you stand, and that's just it. You can't, you can't just go jumping ship and switching sides and all that type of stuff. If you was rocking with Ryan, then cool. But if you was rocking with Devin and then now all of a sudden you switching sides, come on, like that's, you know what I mean? But the reality is Ryan Garcia did not make weight, and he deliberately did not make weight to give himself the advantage. He deliberately did not make weight to give himself the advantage. So again, as I stated before, I don't respect that. I cannot respect that. I can't at all. I don't respect it. If you sign a contract and you agree to make weight, then you should honor that. You should honor that. Point blank, you should honor it. And he didn't. So, and Devin Haney was being a professional throughout the entire situation. Even in defeat, you know what I mean? He said, Alhamdulillah, Allah is the best of planners. So he said, Alhamdulillah for everything. Allah is the best of planners. It went the way it went, but we can run it back. And I would love to see a rematch. But this time with Ryan Garcia, upholding his end to actually make the weight. Now, if they fight again, okay, and Ryan makes weight, and then he performs like that, then I will take my hat off, throw my hat up in the air and say, look, Ryan, he did his thing. Like, all right, he's the man. He proved that he has Devin Haney's number. He proved that point, that he has Devin Haney's number. But the reason why I said that every loss is not a loss and some losses are wins, because see, now you got to look at it like this. Now there's going to be a lot of people who all of a sudden going to feel like that Devin is easy work and that they can beat Devin just based on that. And a lot of these people was people Devin Haney was trying to fight before the Ryan Garcia fight, and a lot of them didn't want to fight him. And I know some of y'all probably think, oh, you talking about Gervonta? I'm not specifying nobody. I'm not talking about Tank. So, don't throw stuff out there. I'm just saying there was a lot of people that Devin Haney was trying to fight, and they did not want to fight him. There was a lot of people he was trying to fight. Nobody wanted to fight him. Ryan Garcia stepped up and took the fight. He was being deceptive, you know what I mean, when they made the fight. But nonetheless, he did take the fight. But Devin, for years, has been trying to fight, a lot of the top, all the top guys. And a lot of y'all looking at it now, well, it's a good thing he ain't fight this person, good thing he ain't fight that person, good thing, the way he performed, against Ryan. But that's why I said every loss is not a loss. Some losses are wins. Because now, he get to go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? Watch that fight, look at the things that he did wrong and fix those things, and tune up, and tune some things up. But Devin should, Get a lot of fights. Now he should be able to get a lot of fights because now everybody going to be coming for Devin because they going to feel like he easy work now because you already hearing people talking about, oh yeah, they'll fight him or they're this, that, and the third and all that. It's the talk. The whispers is already out there. So anytime somebody have a bad performance, people confuse that because a fighter, take their first loss or have a bad performance. Now all of a sudden, they suck as a fighter. No, they don't. And look at Devin's resume. And he fought guys that other people still didn't want to fight and other people was avoiding. So, it's easy for people to say or think that Devin Haney is like, oh man, he trash or he garbage and all that. Nah, because he had an off night. People have off nights. Mike Tyson had an off night against Buster Douglas. Roy Jones had an off night, against Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver had an off night against Chad Dawson. You know what I'm saying? Like Tommy Hearns had an off night against Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying? Like people, fighters have off nights, but that didn't mean, Muhammad Ali had an off night against Joe Frazier and got his jaw broke. But did that mean that, that they sucked as fighters? No. But this is how people, these boxing fans that I don't know what y'all are. Y'all boxing fans of today, I don't know what y'all are. Y'all just like hopping on whatever is hot. If Canelo's the man, everybody a Canelo fan. You know what I mean? If this person is hot, then everybody on the Tank is hot. Everybody on this one. Everybody just be bandwagon. Just, Bud, Terrence Crawford, everybody just be hopping on all these different bandwagons. And don't even really be understanding nothing about, about boxing, the dynamics of boxing, how the styles, how styles make fights, how they do and don't translate in the ring, how the styles match up, don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some fighters just have other fighters' numbers. And no, I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia has Devin Haney number. I'm saying that Devin Haney had an off night and he made up no excuses about it. He didn't say anything about Ryan Garcia not making a weight and all that type of stuff. Because the fight could have been called off or something, you know what I mean? Or anything could happen. That's why Ryan wasn't concerned about fighting for that belt. That's why he wasn't making, you didn't hear him throughout the press conference, I'm going to be the new champ and I'm going to, because he knew. From the time he agreed to make weight, he knew that he had no intentions on doing that. He had no intentions on doing that. So, I mean, like I said, every loss is not a loss. Some losses are wins depending on how you look at it. I'm looking forward to the rematch, but y'all drop the comments in the comment section below and let me know, how y'all feel about the fight. Like, do y'all think Ryan Garcia is any different than Gervonta Davis? Because he complained about Tank. Oh man, Tank with the rehydration clause. I was already injured going into the fight. All these different things he was saying. He was already injured. Tank put the rehydration clause in there. It's a few different things. Like he said, like, he was using all of these things after he lost. And I still gave him his props. And his promoters bailed out on him. But you seen Bernard and Oscar, they all up in the camera last night, especially, that damn, Bernard Hopkins with his illiterate behind. And he's sitting up there like, now he all up in the camera now. Like that was a whole thing. Like all of this stuff, was planned out. Ryan knew he wasn't going to make that weight. He wasn't even trying to make weight. He just was training whenever he felt like it. That was it. He trained, but he was training, but he wasn't training to make weight. He wasn't training to make weight. And he knew that he would have the size and the power advantage by coming in, by weighing in at 143, officially, But his unofficial weight, I'm sure he was bigger. He probably could have been like, 150 something pounds, probably close to 160 maybe. I don't know. If y'all know what his unofficial weight was, drop it in the comment section below. But I don't remember Chris Mannix or any of them or Sergio Mora, none of them mentioning or talking about Ryan Garcia's unofficial weight. We know Devin made weight. But we know now that Ryan never intended on making weight. You know, so again, like, y'all let me know how y'all feel. But in my opinion, he's no different than Gervonta Davis. And the excuses that he made up for losing to Gervonta about the rematch clause, you know, I mean about the rehydration clause in the contract, you know, him being injured before he came into the fight, you know, all these other things him and his team was talking about. But you knew you didn't plan on making weight fighting Devin. So how are you any different? But Devin didn't make up no excuses. He took the loss, you know what I mean, like a man. And so now, you know, I think he'll be back, you know, better. And hopefully Ryan won't, you know, try to play that. Because now you can see Ryan, one of them guys, he, you know, cocky, try to play that. Well, I've been there, done that. I don't need to fight him again. I already proved that I can beat him. Blah, 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 blah. No, make weight and make the same statement. Then I'll give you your props. Make weight. Ryan Garcia, I ain't calling you no king. Ryan Garcia, make weight. Honor your side of the agreement. Make weight. Give Devin a rematch. Make weight. Right? Make the weight. And if you give the same performance, I will give you your props. I will do an entire video giving you your credit. But until then, I can't do it. So, again, this is all I got for now, you know, until the next one. But drop the comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification button to stay up on the latest with Rashawn's About Time Boxing.